Kling 3.0, Runway Gen 4.5, and Veo 3.1 just ran through the same 5 tests: output quality, generation speed, pricing, style control, and platform limits to settle who actually deserves your subscription money. Here's the surprise: the cheapest of the 3 also scored the highest on independent quality testing, which is not how this usually goes. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one to pay for, and which advertised price doesn't mean what it looks like. Curious Refuge Labs tested all 3, and Kling 3.0 came out on top at 8.26 out of 10 overall, ahead of Veo's 7.2. Runway's Gen 4 scored just 4.3, community reported. But here's the catch worth naming: that Gen 4 score is the older model, not the Gen 4.5 flagship this video is actually comparing. On the Artificial Analysis Leaderboard, a different, independently run benchmark, Runway's Gen 4.5 leads with an ELO of 1247, just ahead of Veo's 1226. 2 benchmarks, 2 different rankings, and that mismatch alone tells you something. Don't trust one number without checking which version it's actually testing. Kling takes this round on the numbers we can directly compare version to version. My name is Brian, and I spend most of my week digging through AI products, benchmarks, and pricing pages to figure out where these tools actually differ. If you're iterating on ideas, waiting matters. Runway's Gen 4 Turbo generates a 10-second clip in roughly 30 seconds, per company and press reporting. Kling 3.0 runs 30 to 90 seconds, depending on settings, community reported. Veo has no published figure for this at all, the one gap in this comparison I'll flag directly. Runway wins speed clean. Kling's entry tier is $10 a month for 660 credits. Runway's entry tier is $15 a month for 625 credits. On price alone, Kling's cheaper and gives you more. Veo skips the credit system entirely and just requires a paid subscription, no free tier at all. Kling's free tier gives you 66 credits a day, every day, which is a real ongoing allowance, not a one-time trial. Runway's free tier is 125 credits, one time, then you're done. On flagship generation cost, Kling runs roughly 12 to 15 cents a second through the API, while Runway's Gen 4.5 burns 25 credits per second on that $15 plan. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. Kling wins pricing outright. Stick with me, because the last 4 tests are where this decision actually flips. This one splits. Veo 3.1 is the most reliable of the 3 at keeping a character's appearance consistent across a sequence. Community and blog testing agree on that. Kling's Elements feature lets you feed in up to 4 reference images, and it closes a lot of that gap without matching Veo outright. Runway takes the opposite prize. Motion Brush gives you 5 independent control zones plus a director mode, the most fine-grained control of the 3. The trade-off is that Runway's Gen 4 had real consistency problems, flickering during dynamic motion, according to community testing. So Veo wins consistency, Runway wins control, and this is the one test with no single winner. Kling supports clips up to 15 seconds at 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Runway caps a single clip at 5 to 10 seconds, but lets you extend up to 40 seconds total. Veo is the most limited here, 8 seconds max, 1080p only, no free tier. If you want the most raw flexibility in a single render, Kling wins this one clean. Kling 3.0 wins on quality at 8.26 out of 10, wins on price at $10 a month, and wins on flexibility with 15-second 4K clips at 60 FPS. Runway Gen 4.5 wins on raw speed, a 10-second clip in about 30 seconds, and on control with 5-zone motion brush and director mode, but it costs more and burns credits fast. VO 3.1 wins on consistency, the most reliable at keeping a character's look stable, and it has strong prompt adherence at 7.8 out of 10, but it's capped at 8 seconds with no free tier. Now, Kling 3.0 wins on quality, at 8.26 out of 10, wins on price at $10 a month, and wins on flexibility with 15-second 4K clips at 60 FPS. Runway Gen 4.5 wins on raw speed, a 10-second clip in about 30 seconds, and on control, with 5-zone motion brush and director mode, but it costs more and burns credits fast. VO 3.1 wins on consistency, the most reliable at keeping a character's look stable, and it has strong prompt adherence at 7.8 out of 10, but it's capped at 8 seconds with no free tier. Kling 3.0 wins on quality at 8.26 out of 10, wins on price at $10 a month, and wins on flexibility with 15-second 4K clips at 60 FPS. Runway Gen 4.5 wins on raw speed, a 10-second clip in about 30 seconds, and on control, with 5-zone motion brush and director mode, but it costs more and burns credits fast. VIO 3.1 wins on consistency, the most reliable at keeping a character's look stable, and it has strong prompt adherence at 7.8 out of 10, but it's capped at 8 seconds with no free tier. Kling 3.0 is the winner here, 3 tests to 1 for Runway and 1 for VIO. If you want the best mix of quality, price, and flexibility for most projects, Kling is the default pick. If you need the fastest generation and the most precise control and you've got the budget for it, Runway is worth the extra cost. And if keeping a character's appearance consistent across a long sequence is your top priority, VIO is the one built for that job. But if you only pick one tool today, Kling gives you the highest quality score in this comparison at the lowest entry price, and that combination is why it takes the win. Runway advertises its plan starting at just $15 a month, and that's technically true. What that $15 actually buys you is around 25 seconds of flagship quality video for the entire month, 625 credits at 25 credits per second. That's not a full project, that's barely a single finished clip. If you want to see how these three handle a real multi-scene project instead of isolated benchmark clips, that's the comparison to watch next.